Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel. I am going to share today a full day of what we eat in this house. The kids just finished breakfast because I was gonna sit and eat with them, and then I sat down on my computer and ordered myself a new phone. I've been needing a new phone badly, so I finally bit the bullet and bought my new phone today. Anyway, so I didn't pull my camera out. As far as what we eat in a typical day, we do try to eat as much whole and unprocessed food as we can. We're definitely not like health nuts, but we do try to eat healthy, the kids and my husband and everything. For myself, I hesitate to say I eat Trim Healthy Mama because I know some people would watch my videos and be like, you are not, you cheated this time and you did this and that's not Trim Healthy Mama approved. So I loosely follow it. I know that it's a very good eating plan and I like to stick to it as much as I can, but I definitely have like cheat meals probably every day. So for breakfast, Wesley's looking at me like, can you please get me out of my high chair? I'm done. So let me quickly show you what they had for breakfast. So they had these muffins that I made yesterday. These are pumpkin muffins, and I actually wasn't even trying to make them as healthy as they are. I just wanted to make pumpkin muffins, but I was out of butter and I was out of brown sugar, and so I pulled up this recipe that had maple syrup and coconut oil and pumpkin, like pretty healthy, lots of whole wheat flour. Anyway, so that's what the kids had for breakfast. And then Wesley always will drink milk, and Zara, Noelle, come and sit until you're done eating, please. Don't run off until you're done. The kids drink some apple juice and orange juice. You want some water now? Yeah. And so I'm just on Amazon there right now looking for a phone case to order for my new phone. So I don't know if I said that is what the kids had for breakfast. My breakfast, I'm kind of in the middle of prepping it over there, but I'll show it to you when it's ready. For my breakfast, I've got 3 boiled eggs here, some just strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, mixed with some cottage cheese and a little bit of stevia. And then I've got some water to drink with that, and then I'll be having a coffee here very shortly. On to my second water and first coffee of the day. This is a very typical lunch for us and one of the kids' favorites. It always looks different, but it always includes meat, cheese, crackers, veggies, and nuts. So whatever I have on hand, whatever meat, whatever veggies, and whatever crackers or nuts. But that's basically always what it looks like, and it's one of my kids' favorites. Wesley is almost always sitting here eating his lunch as I make it for the other kids because he's just so hungry. But we've got our table set here. The kids have milk with their lunch here. And then what I'm making for myself is I like to buy cabbage and then I cook it up with onions and meat, and then that will last me for lunch for a few days. So I think this is my 3rd time having this for lunch this week, but I've got cabbage, onions, some chicken, and then I'm gonna have some more water, and that is my lunch for today. My kids are currently watching a Ripley's Aquarium live video. They're feeding one of their sea creatures. I think the video they're watching is on horseshoe crabs, and which has been fun for them to watch this stuff because we're learning about sea creatures in science right now. So some of the stuff they're hearing, they're like, oh, we just learned this, we just read this in our book. So when they watch that, it gives me a nice peaceful time prepping lunch for everybody, and Wesley's sitting in front of me here dozing off. He is so tired. Some days he has a little bit of a tricky time not having his morning nap. It's currently 12:15, so this is about normal time for us to eat lunch, but it's time for him to go for a nap. Lunch is done. On to coffee number 2. Afternoon snack time. So the kids are having some apples. This is the last apple we had. Our fruit bowl is empty now. This is day 8 or day 9 since we last went grocery shopping. So we're near the end of our produce here, so you can see some of the apples I had to cut off some spots. So anyways, the kids are all having some apple slices, and then we really enjoy these cookies. They're the Lifestyle Blueberry Brown Sugar. Such a good little cookie, and so the kids will each have probably 2 or 3 of those, as well as their apples, and then they're all gonna go play outside for a bit. For my snack today, I'm gonna show you guys how I make my whipped coffee, Trim Healthy Mama style. So I've got a tablespoon of instant coffee in there. I'm gonna add tablespoon and a half of this Truvia. This is not real Truvia, it's the container, but I finished it and I refilled it again. So if I'm not mistaken, it was a while ago that I did this, but I think it's a cup of xylitol and a half teaspoon of stevia mixed together, and that basically makes a Truvia for a little bit cheaper. So I'm gonna put 1.5 tablespoons in of that, and then 2 tablespoons of hot water. So for this next part, I am gonna use my whisk to mix this. I have done it, I'll get way down here. I have done it with the KitchenAid, and I would say that that's probably a little bit more efficient, but I like this method in that I don't have to pull out another appliance, I don't have to get a lot of dishes dirty. It's an arm workout to do it this way, but this is my only dirty dish when I'm done making it. Once that is all whipped, I'm just going to add a few ice cubes. Then I'm gonna pour some almond milk close to the top. And then I like to add just a little bit of half and half creamer. So I'll put just a little bit of that in. And that's it. That's my whipped coffee. So because I did the whip first, woo, that is full. It doesn't look quite as pretty as if you like put it on top of your milk, but like I said, fewer dishes, and that's a big win for me. So that's gonna be my afternoon snack. It's 3 o'clock right now. I might have something else too before supper, but right now I'm not hungry. Sure enough, I couldn't resist these cookies, so I'm having 3 of these cookies, the same ones that the kids had. Here's what we've got going on for dinner. So I have some of this soup that we did in the slow cooker, I don't know, 2 or 3 days ago, I think. So it's chicken. I just cut up a tomato and put it in there too, if you see that. Chicken, sweet potato, quinoa, and black beans. So we're gonna have that soup.
My folder. This one. This was in the van that Daddy found at church. This one I found dropped from Elijah, and this one Daddy gave to me.
Very nice. We're also gonna have these rolls. I just pulled these out of the freezer. This was a sourdough fail a couple weeks ago, but I am not one to waste food. So they're just really dense. They didn't rise well, and I don't know. They're not great for sandwiches, but I made a big batch, and so I stuck them in the freezer, and honestly, if you dip them in soup, they're fine. Not the best rolls I've made, that's for sure, but with the soup and dipping them into the soup, they will be just fine. So I'm gonna stick those in the oven for a little bit after this soup is all hot. I am so hungry. We all just spent a good hour and a half outside, and I was doing a lot of cleaning up in the backyard. I've definitely worked up an appetite. So today's meals so far as my Trim Healthy Mama eating plan, have actually been pretty good. My breakfast was an S meal, my lunch was an S meal. Okay, my afternoon snack, the cookies were not on plan. But tonight's supper, pretty close to being on plan. So like I said, I kind of eat Trim Healthy Mama, but I don't always stick to it. Bedtime snack is my hardest though. Like that is where I go off plan the most. I try to always have popcorn on hand, like the popping corn, so I can make my own popcorn, because that is a snack that I love and it's pretty healthy. If I don't have that on hand, I will definitely grab like chips if we have them, or chocolate. Chocolate is a big one for me, and I think probably that's what I'm gonna have for a snack tonight, but I just try to get like healthier chocolate options, but my evening snack is probably where I eat the unhealthiest. Thank you very much. It is 9 o'clock. It is Friday night, so our kids stayed up a bit late tonight watching a movie, but I'm just making some tea. I'm gonna have a peppermint tea here, and this is a chocolate bar I started last night, so I've got about half of that left, so I'm gonna have that tonight. And that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching.